I do hope finally, as you said, Cadilla becomes the Complan boy. This has been dragging on far too long, and it's been a ping pong between the two potential suitors for at least now 2 months and running. On one side, you have Cadilla, on the other, you had Coca-Cola. Now, the problem with this particular transaction is Kraft Heinz just doesn't seem to make up its mind the kind of deal structure it wants to. Originally, the Indian business was up for grabs. Then, last minute, they tweaked the deal contours and wanted the buyers to actually buy the European holding company that houses the Indian operation and wanted the buyers to absorb the tax losses for that entity. Now, that would have made impossible for any Indian suitor to buy that because of the RBI regulations. It's very difficult for an Indian company to buy an offshore asset, offshore company which has its main business or assets in India. Imagine what's going on in the Vodafone case. So, which would have made a slam dunk for Coca-Cola. Now, again, the goalposts are getting shifted. We are told that Cadilla has actually made a higher offer, outbidding Coca-Cola, saying that even if we buy the Indian losses, we are willing, Indian entity, we are willing to absorb the tax losses and compensate Kraft Heinz for that. And therefore, they placed a bid which is higher than that of Coca-Cola at around 4,500 crore for the entire business, along with the 4 or 5 brands which are on offer. Now, so from a financial point of view, purely from a bid versus bid, Cadilla is higher than Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is now more aggressively pursuing the GSK opportunity. As you know, Horlicks is also on the block. That's a far larger and a far more competitive process where they're competing against Nestle and Unilever for a $4 billion transaction. But that's really big. Here was a smaller, smarter, probably even niftier move, but Coca-Cola now clearly backing out because of the time lag. Cadilla is ahead for the moment. We expect the Cadilla to finally clinch it, but the other question here is how will Cadilla finance it? Because one of the things that Cadilla needs to do is perhaps rope in a private equity partner and place its equity. Remember, there are two entities which are listed in Cadilla. One is the parent. Then you have also the listed subsidiary, which is the wellness arm, which only contributes, it's a smaller business, which is 4% of the revenues. But that's where the growth is, many would argue, and that's where the perfect synergies lie between the diversified portfolio of Kraft Heinz. It's not just Complan. It's Complan. There's a ghee brand. There's Glucon-D. And there is also a Nycil talcum powder, all OTC products, all lifestyle and wellness-related products. So unlike Coke, who was only looking at Glucon-D out of that portfolio, Zydus has a better fit. But my question would be, I would like to see what happens. How do they fund this acquisition? Are they going to place the equity? Equity is very, very expensive.